Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video. Going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's video. So day 10 will take us to around the 9th of April, where we extend out beyond that instead of GFS and ECM ensembles. Maybe runs around a couple of weeks. Going to have a look at CFS-B2 at the end of the video. For the next 4 weeks, that'll take us well into the second half of April, of course. I just say that the first video released today was the very short forecast that we're releasing daily at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. upload. Just having a very quick look, 2 or 3 minute look at the weather for the next few days. So have a look at that. If you haven't yet seen the new feature, that will be appearing on the channel every day at 7 a.m. You know, it's like a new regular feature. And also, of course, the ECM do a 30-day look ahead, as well as on a Tuesday, the ECM 4-week look ahead. We actually extend out to weeks 5 and 6 with that as well, but it is like inferior 4-week, 30-day forecast. So have a look at that and see what that one is showing as well. Right, I'm going to say thank you so much to our latest channel member. So we picked up a new channel member. Thank you so much to Steffi87. Thank you so much, Steffi87, for becoming a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. It's absolutely amazing. So many channel members. It's around a year since we started opening up the channel to channel membership. I think it's April last year that we started doing this. So just a huge thank you to all of our channel members. You know, it's absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing. So thank you to every single one of you who are channel members of GavsWeatherVids, and of course all of our patrons, all of our donors through PayPal as well. Super chats on the live stream. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to all of you who support GavsWeatherVids, however you do it. And a special thank you to Steffi87. If you'd like to become a channel member for GavsWeatherVids, all you need to do is go to GavsWeatherVids' YouTube homepage, click the join button, take you through to another page where you see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member, and you can sign up on that page as well. Amazing, incredible. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. We are around 4 subscribers now away from 10.8k. So we are so close to moving from 10.7k to 10.8k on the YouTube homepage. We've been there at 10.7k for weeks and weeks now. So you know, we're like so close to it, just 4 to go. So if you aren't yet subscribed to our channel, please can you give us a sub and tell friends and family to subscribe as well. Hopefully today or tomorrow we might reach 10.8k. It would be lovely if we could. We're doing a charity live stream as well on Friday. Myself and Savvy are going to be live streaming here on the GavsWeatherVids YouTube channel after 10 o'clock on Friday evening. So we're raising money for the Warwickshire and Northamptonshire Air Ambulance. If you would like to give a donation to the Air Ambulance, you can come to the GavsWeatherVids Just Giving page. I'll leave the link to our Just Giving page, you know, in the description with the video at YouTube. So you can pop over here and you can give a donation if you would like to do that to the Warwickshire and Northamptonshire Air Ambulance. The main event, of course, is going to be on Friday night when I'm going to do live stream with Sav, and me and Savvy are going to try and raise a bit of money for the Air Ambulance. We're already at £270, absolutely incredible. The support is always amazing, absolutely unbelievable. The support that you will give to me and to GavsWeatherVids and now to the Warwickshire and Northamptonshire Air Ambulance on my behalf. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. And yeah, we're going to see you live on Friday night for a laugh. It won't be a weather stream. We won't be in the weather on Friday night. It'll just be me and Sav having a laugh, having a chat, and you'll all be, you know, included in the live chat as well. And we're just going to generally hang out for an hour or so and see how much money we can raise for the Air Ambulance and have a laugh along the way. So thank you so much to each and every one of you for all of the support and you know, for donating to the Air Ambulance. We'll see how much we can raise for them. Right, let's get on then. I can start off having a look at the latest observations from XC Weather. So here we go. We've got 21 degrees flashing away just to our south. So we haven't yet reached 21 degrees in the UK yet, but I think that temperature is on the way. You know, within the next hour or two, we will hit 22, probably above 22 degrees. Current highest temperatures actually in mainland UK, so like it stands at 19 degrees. Got Cambridge at 20 degrees. I wonder if that's at the Botanical Gardens again. Milden Hall is at 19 degrees as well. Norwich is at 19 degrees. Conisbee Air Force Base is at at 16 degrees. Into the Midlands, Wellersbourne is at 18 degrees. Church Lawford is at 18 degrees. So the high temperature is far south Beaton Corner, where we are approaching 20 degrees. Going further northwest, not quite as warm as that, but even so, not too bad. Down at in southwest England, got Northwick at 17 degrees, got Cunningham at 18 degrees. Up into Wales, we've got, we'll move on from that place, we've got Lake Burnley up 15 degrees, and we've got Capel Curry up 15 degrees as well. I know which places I can pronounce and which I can't. We've got Albemarle up to 15 degrees, and we've got Estalmuir just at 7 degrees, so pretty cool there. Probably raining. Aviemore is at 13 degrees, and we've got Wick at 13 degrees. And we've got Belfast at 12 degrees, so it's cooler in the north and west, but still not doing too bad for March. I mean, 12, 13 degrees isn't bad at all, really, for March. But down in the southeast, it's very, very warm. It's going to get even warmer over the coming hours. So 23 degrees is distinctly possible somewhere in the southeast later on this afternoon. About 73 Fahrenheit. It's more like a July afternoon temperature than a March afternoon temperature. GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks are looking like this. We're at Birmingham today. So the red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for Birmingham. We're starting off significantly above average at the moment. We really are in a very warm air mass, and we're going to keep it pretty warm over the next few days as well into the Easter weekend. But through the Easter weekend, we are going to get a plunge in the temperature, absolute plunge from there to there within a few hours. On Easter Sunday to Easter Monday, big drop in temperature. I mean, it looks like the rest of the first half of April actually probably comes out colder than average. So we are in for an appreciably cold glass of there still, over the Easter weekend. This has been modelled very, very well, been very consistent with this, plus all model output. Quite remarkable, really, how we have not had any major deviation from it. The only thing that's happened, I suppose, has been pushed back a little bit. Initially, it was like going to be Good Friday when we would pull in some very cold air. It's been pushed back to like Easter Sunday and Easter Monday. But since that happened, it's been a very, very, very consistent signal. Precipitation-wise, a lot of dry weather to come over the next week or so. As we get through the Easter weekend into next week, however, it does look a little bit more unsettled. As it's going to be quite cold, there may be a little bit of wintry potential in there as well. Temperature anomalies from the 30th of March to the 7th of April are going to be around or maybe slightly below average. Precipitation anomalies from the 30th of March to the 7th of April are going to be drier than average, away from the far northwest of Scotland anyway, where it is rather wetter. Latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net looks like this. We're bringing in a west or southwesterly flow at the moment and turning into the south across southern areas. That's the reason we're drawing very warm air up off the continent at the moment. In the northwest, we still maintain an Atlantic flow, albeit a very mild Atlantic flow, but the warmest temperatures down in the south as we bring the air up from off the continent. Right, so this is how UK Met is looking for Friday. So on Friday, we've got high pressure sitting just to our west and northwest, and around this high pressure, we are pulling in a cooler wind from the north and from the northeast, but it is not particularly cold at this point. Actually, as we go through into Easter Saturday, we may find that temperature lifts up again. Saturday could be quite a warmish day, and for the south, even Sunday could be quite a warm day, but in the north, we will start to pull in much colder air behind an active cold front that will bring a band of rain. Behind that cold front, much colder air will begin to dig in. So by the time we get through to Easter Monday, which is as far as we go with UK Met to Monday the 15th of April, down comes this big northerly plunge. And you really will notice that drop in the temperature. GFS midnight run looks like that again, mainly dry on Good Friday with a lot of fine weather, mainly fine for Saturday as well. Again, temperatures beginning to lift up through the early part of the Easter weekend. Then on Easter Sunday, the high pressure pulls out into the Atlantic and we start to bring in cooler air from the northwest, but that sort of plunges southwards from Easter Sunday into East Monday. So this is midnight on Easter Monday, 5th of April. This cold northerly blast plunging down across West Europe, deep troughing to Scandinavia, ridge pulling up to Greenland, and in between, following the isobars back, the air is originating from the Arctic, plunging down western side of Europe. Here comes a minus 10 cells isotherm with this northerly blast. And yes, that's really cold, really cold for April to get minus 10 cells isotherm plunging through the country like that. We remain in this northerly blast into Tuesday, the 6th of April as well. So again, winds continue to be from the north. Could bring snow showers, in particular, into northern and eastern areas. Go through to Wednesday and Thursday, and another area of low pressure begins to push in from off the Atlantic. That probably brings some slightly milder or less cold air in from the west, backs the wind around to the west. But you see, fundamentally, we are still blocked with a mid-Atlantic ridge heading up towards Greenland. And so as this low pressure pushes through to the second half next week, it just renews the northerly really. So by day 10, which is Friday the 9th of April, we're going back into northerly winds once again. That brings a further push of cold air down from the Arctic. This could be a significantly colder than average April that we're setting up here. So another northerly in the extended range around the 9th, 10th of April, bringing more Arctic winds, just not quite as far south with minus 10 cells isotherm with this one. Nevertheless, it'll be another shot of pretty cold air if that comes off. Coming to the very end of the GFS midnight run, we get this low pressure sinking through the country. That probably brings pretty cool, wet and miserable weather down across the country. And as we end the GFS midnight run, which gets us to the 15th of April, we finish up with low pressure to our south, high pressure to the north, winds coming in from the east. There could be showers or longer spells of rain, and still pretty cool, really. So it does look like it could be a very, very chilly first half to April. Let's have a look at the 6th there, see how far we can get. But it's a little bit delayed updating today. So at 96 hours on Saturday, got high pressure sitting nicely over the country. Going to be mainly dry on Saturday, and should be quite mild or even quite warm. Into Sunday, we take high pressure up to Greenland. Look at this, 1,085 millibars still being indicated there, 1085. That is a very intense area of high pressure, probably breaking records if it comes off. A cold front starts pushing to the north on Easter Sunday, bringing outbreaks of rain and then much colder air from the Arctic to the south. England West probably get a mainly dry and quite warm Easter Sunday. Our red temperatures look like that, 6 a.m. on Easter Sunday. See the cold air just working to our northwest. That's going to plunge southwards through the course of the Easter weekend. That's Tuesday then, with the latest 6Z, so we're up to, that's Monday I should say, 5th of April, yeah, bring down this cold northerly blast by then. Let's have a look at the upper air temperatures and see how they're looking. So minus 10 is through the whole country, look at that, minus 10 cells iceberg through the whole country at 6 a.m. on Easter Monday. That is extraordinarily cold, really, for this time of the year. Remember, it's all comparable. If it was in January, it wouldn't be all that unusual. But even for January, like, get the whole country in minus 10 Celsius isotherm is quite rare, really, even in January. But, you know, you expect that it could happen in January. But, like in April, that is very, very, very unusual, unusually cold air mass. Still in cold on Tuesday, there's another little secondary feature developing out to west of Scotland. It looks like it could be starting to plunge southwards, may bring some longer spells of precipitation. Could be rain, could be sleet, could be snow. And we keeping this cold northerly, you know, into Wednesday. This is Wednesday 7th of April, and still the cold northerly goes on. Let's see how much further we can get with this. So let's go try and flip over 216 hours. So that's as far as we get to. That's still showing yesterday's GFS 6. So I won't go any further than that. You get the idea. This is a prolonged northerly blast that is setting up here. And although it may get a little bit less cold through the middle and second half next week, we might renew the northerly by around day 10. GM looks like that again. High pressure way to our northwest on Good Friday. A lot of dry weather and will be cooler. Saturday, high pressure sitting over the country should lift the temperature up, so quite a warm Easter Saturday. High pressure begins to retrogress to Greenland as we get through to Easter Sunday. And we start to bring in those cold northerly winds by Easter Monday. We're all within this cold northerly Arctic blast. Again, in comes minus 10 Celsius isotherm with those northerly winds. Northerly winds still blasting down western side of Europe as we go through into Tuesday as well. Upper air temperature looking quite cold. Not quite as far south with minus 10 Celsius isotherm as the GFS is taking it, but it's still a very cold air mass that we're in with this. And then moving up towards day 10, generally staying quite cold. This is Wednesday 7th of April. bringing cold northeasterlies with my 10 cells ice firm, and even up to day 10 we stay pretty cold really again, mid-Atlantic ridge going up towards Greenland, and still the suggestion that we could be bringing in like a cold northerly wind. Icon looks like this is high res model from GWV in Germany. So high pressure again, bringing loads of dry weather on Good Friday and on the East Saturday as well. Temperatures should start to get quite mild into Easter Sunday. High pressure pulls up towards Greenland. Cold front moves into north of Scotland, brings band of rain and much colder air behind it. By Easter Monday, we're all in this cold northerly blast. It really will bring, unusually cold air, particularly to the northern half of the country, and the risk of some snow as well. And as we head up towards 180 hours, which is as far as we get to with Icon, we remain cold with winds in from the north and from the northeast. ECM looks like that. Again, the high pressure pulling out to our northwest over Easter weekend, but not pulling out quite a pleasantly dry, sunny and warm Easter Saturday. But by Easter Sunday, the high pressure going up towards Greenland, in comes a trough of low pressure from the northwest, and we get this blast of northern winds. Now, this is a little bit different though with the ECM along the cold front. So let's go back quickly and explain this. Along the cold front, which is just here on midnight on Easter Sunday, we get an area of low pressure forming. We don't get 24-hourly steps, unfortunately, so that's where the cold front is roughly at midnight on Easter Sunday. Now, as we go through to midnight on Easter Monday, the cold front is sort of in that position, but what's happening here is that the cold front is stalling a little bit. Icon was showing me last night's Easter update, that the cold front is stalling a little bit. An area of low pressure is developing along the cold front, probably a triple point low. So ahead of it, we have milder winds from the south. Behind, of course, have those very cold winds digging in from the north. And along the elongation of the isobars, we get an area of low pressure developing along the cold front. That's the kind of thing that might bring a surprise, very late snow event if it happens. No other model this morning is going for that. Most models are just pushing that cold front through very, very quickly and with no problem. But the ECM does suggest, if an Icon was up to this last night, but it's backed off it, I think, today. But the ECM does suggest that if low pressure forms along, an area of low pressure forms along the cold front, then there may be a stall of the precipitation, and we might get some significant snow in some parts of the country later in the Easter weekend. That's how the upper air temperatures look at midnight on Monday, 5th of April, Bank Holiday Monday. Nowhere near as cold as the other models. The reason is that the cold front is being delayed pushing through by the area of low pressure developing along it. However, although it's not as cold, not bringing minus 10 celsius iceberg flooding through the country like the GFS does, for example, so although it's not as cold, there is probably more potential for a significant snow event with that. And then we finish up with a low pressure sort of sitting over the top of the country as we get through to midnight on Tuesday. Again, as cold air wrapped around this would suggest there could be some significant snow for northern and western parts of the country with that. And then the low pressure finally clears away to the east by day 10, which is Friday the 9th of April, but still pulling down quite cold air from the north. This is a precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run from Tometeo.com. Look at the snow potential that this is going to be showing. So for the next few days, again, we're high and dry, lots of dry and fine conditions. Into Easter, though, in comes the cold front, bringing rain to most parts of the country, a little bit of hill snow mixed in. But that low pressure is really sort of struggling. The cold, I should say, is really struggling. An area of low pressure is developing around it. And so as the cold air gets pulled into the low on the backside of the cold front, so we find very significant snow developing through Scotland into northern England and into Wales. Some snow even came through the Midlands to southwestern parts of England. That is a real snow event there, particularly through Scotland, Northern England, Wales, it has to be said. But of course, the snow could be anywhere with that. It depends where the cold front sort of stalls and the area of low pressure develops. But yeah, very interesting, very snowy ECM midnight run today for many parts of the country. So that's going to really be one to watch. Then should we go back towards rain and showery bursts of rain with wintry showers mixing. But that's one to watch, what happens with that cold front as it comes southwards. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10. Gets us to the 9th of April. We have 19 members of the ECM ensembles with a trough of low pressure over top of the coach. That's a cold trough, of course. That includes the control and the operation run. 12 have low pressure to the east, high pressure to the west, winds coming down from the north with those. Number 12 just here have low pressure to our west, northwest, and probably bring up something a little bit less cold or slightly milder from the southwest. And then 8 have low pressure to the west and to the southwest, and that could be drawing up slightly less cold or milder air from the south as well. In 2 weeks' time, most of the options look unsettled, I have said, at day 10. In 2 weeks' time, it gets us to the middle of April, 14th of the month, more or less the middle of the month anyway. We have 18 members of the ECM ensembles with a mid-Atlantic ridge going up towards Greenland. Trough of low pressure to our east-northeast, winds coming in from the north, so that's going to be quite cold and unsettled. 13 with low pressure just to our north-northwest, winds coming in from a westerly direction with those, mainly milder and showery. And then 15 with high pressure sitting over and just to the east of the country, probably drawing up something quite mild from the south with those, so mainly dry and a little bit warmer and spring-like perhaps with those. Lastly, CFSV2, these are 500 millibar heights broken down into week periods. The first week period takes from the 30th of March to the 5th of April, the coming week, dominated by high pressure over and to the northwest country, so mainly dry and fine, but eventually we'll start to pull in colder air from the north and from the northwest. Moving through to week 2, it's all changed and looking much more unsettled and colder. This is the 6th through to 12th of April, low pressure through the north and west of Europe, high pressure in the middle of the North Atlantic going up towards Greenland. Jet stream doing something a little bit like that, so looking cold and unsettled with maybe some wintry potential in week 2. Week 3 looks like this. It's the 13th to the 19th of April. Unsettled, low pressure to our northwest, but milder. High pressure building around Spain. Low pressure in the North Atlantic, so winds reverting back to west, southwest. That's like classic sort of April. Showers type weather. And near normal temperatures, I would have thought. And then week 4 looks quite nice. This is the 20th to 26th of April. High pressure bridging up from the southwest to the northeast of Europe. And I think this will probably start to bring in much warmer air. Certainly much milder, probably much warmer air from the south. So spring finally definitively gets going there into the second half of April. After a cold first half of the month. If you enjoyed the video, then please can you smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. You may see future weather content if you do. Tell your friends, family, and everybody else who subscribe as well. Thank you so much for doing that. And drop a comment and let us know what you think about our videos. Thank you so much, everybody. Right, that's it. So we've got to put on around another 4 more subscribers to get 10.8k. We're so close, 10.8k. Please, can you subscribe and get us to 10,800 subscribers. And then we'll start pressing on to try to get to 11k. That's it for your videos for today, then. Now, tomorrow, I think we'll start off with the ENSO update for March. March's ENSO update will be, well, the first one will be like 7 a.m. video, of course. I keep forgetting about that because it's a new feature, but there'll be like the 7 a.m. forecast as the first video. And then we'll do an ENSO update, USA forecast, and we'll have a 10 to 14 day of all the regular features as well tomorrow. So keep checking back to the channel for all of the updates. And we'll keep you updated, we'll keep you updated on what's happening with snow and cold weather over the Easter weekend. But for today's videos, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.